Hey everyone, I'm here with Jeff from Jeff's Cave of Cool Books. We're on our way to, what's it called, the bookstore in
Tacoma Book Center.
Tacoma Book Center, which is it reputed to be the biggest bookstore in
Supposed to have
Washington State?
500,000 books.
Wow. I wonder how that compares to Powell's.
Oh, probably less because I don't think they have new stuff in.
But anyway, it's all used books, so that's great. That's what we're after. We'll see if we find any, pulpy golden.
That's right.
Golden finds.
Got my list
paperbacks.
here.
Oh, he's got a list.
What I'm looking for.
I'm just going to use my head. Hopefully that works. It's always a question. So I'm excited. It's been great to meet Jeff. I got to meet his wife and his son, and we're off on an adventure.
Yeah, we'll be back later checking in, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, are you ready to go buy a lot of books?
I'm ready. I'm sure my wife's not ready, but I'm ready.
We just left the amazing bookstore. What's it called? Just
Tacoma Book Center.
Tacoma Book Center. And we each got a huge amount of books. I completely filled this bag. We'll do a haul together.
But yeah,
later part of this video. There's yours back here somewhere.
I think I can get it up.
Sorry.
Not bad either.
Right. I think we probably got the same amount of paperbacks, but then I got a big hardback too.
Yeah.
Which
very cool
I'm pretty
hardback.
Excited about. Actually, and we're about to go into Red Robin because they do not have Red Robin in Japan for some odd reason. So we're gonna eat there. I might bring in my big hardback book with us to peer through.
That's a good idea.
And yeah, we got to get some burgers for the man who's trapped in Japan without the great American burgers.
Yeah, I haven't been to Red Robin in probably 15 years, so I'm looking forward to it.
Hope it lives up to your memories.
Well, the steak fries do.
Okay. Good.
I'm sure.
Okay.
All right, we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye. But I've been recording the whole time.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I guess we're fine. Well.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
I am Damien, a.k.a. Sleepy Reader, and this is Jeff, a.k.a. Jeff.
That's right. Jeff's Cave of Cool Books.
Jeff's Cave of Cool Books, yes.
So we just spent several hours, I'd say, up in Tacoma at the Tacoma Book Center.
And we spent several dollars.
Yes. And we also made a brief stop at Half Price Books at Tacoma Mall near there. And Damien was displaying good restraint and didn't buy anything, whereas I picked up a few from there as well.
But at the Tacoma what's it called? Tacoma
Book Center.
I did not restrain myself at all. And we didn't restrain ourselves. We went to Five Guys and had giant hamburgers.
Yes.
And now we're both full.
Quite full.
But we want to show you the books that we got quickly before I drive home. So here, I'll start. I'll show my biggest book first.
It's a real beauty,
great American paperback. It's this giant hardback. I have to show it to both cameras. I guess both cameras can see it. And we both had fun flipping through it while we ate our burgers.
Yeah, it's a really cool looking book.
Yeah. You want to show something next?
Sure. Well, yeah, you want to do that?
Just back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I mostly hit the mystery section at that place. Their science fiction section was just okay, I would say. Right?
Yeah.
I did get one science fiction book there, though. I got one of James Blish's adaptations. Here, I'll put it a little closer.
Very cool cover, I think.
Yeah.
Very red.
Star Trek 8. This starts with Spock's brain, so I wonder if he makes this story somehow make more sense than it does in the actual episode. Anyway, that was the only science fiction book I got at the Tacoma Book Center. So the rest of them are mostly mystery and thrillers.
One thing they did have good in their science fiction section was a huge selection of analog and astounding.
Oh yeah, very cool.
And so I bought a couple of these large size analogs.
Which I never knew existed. That's
right.
Very cool.
There was a few years where they published them in this oversized magazine format. So maybe I'll just show both of those.
Yeah, you should.
So I got 2 of those. I thought I got 3, but now
I thought you got 3 too.
maybe,
Did you find
maybe the
2?
3rd one is buried in the bag somehow.
Well, no, I'd like to apologize in advance for us moving a couple. We have 2 cameras going, so we're kind of shifting the focus once in a while to each camera. So if we sometimes go off in the other, it's no big deal. Just
I only got 2, so why don't you go ahead and show a couple books?
I could have sworn you got 3. Maybe you had.
I got
3
a bunch
in your
of
hand.
digest-sized ones too, which
maybe
I'll show.
you pulled out 3, but you didn't.
And then I put one back.
Put one back.
Yeah,
okay.
I think they had 3 of those big ones, and I chose 2.
This one was pretty cool. I was looking for some of the Alfred Hitchcock and the 3 Investigators. I found a couple, but they were overpriced. But there were a ton of these.
Oh man,
Alfred Hitchcock.
I love that cover.
Yeah, isn't that a great cover? Witch's Brew.
Yeah, hold it even closer.
Sorry, yeah, so people can see.
Sorry, I'm just being pushy because
they
I love
just
the
have
covers
the they have the same image of just Hitchcock's dead body on the back. But
it definitely captures Hitchcock's sense of humor.
But they're in quite good shape, and there was a bunch of them. There were like about probably 15 different ones.
So was that the one with your favorite cover?
And this also looked like, I think it just, the Witch's Brew. I like the idea that maybe there were more supernatural stories, but I'm not sure. I don't recognize Talmadge Palla and Avram Davidson. I recognize.
Oh, Avram Davidson
and Henry Kane.
That's Avram is the only
I don't know,
one
but anyway, that's really nice shape. And again, the pricing, we should say, the most part, the pricing is very nice and fair at the Tacoma Book Center.
I'd say things average $3 or $4.
Yeah, this was 4, and a lot of them that I got were 3. You're next, sir. You want to show your astoundings or whatever?
Let's see. I'm not even sure how many. I got a lot of these, so I'll just show one for now.
Oh, those are so cool.
This is from 1959.
Look at
Astounding.
that cover.
Before it changed its title to Analog later on.
Oh, I forgot that they had done that. That
Yeah,
that
it's the
Analog
same
was
magazine.
Astounding.
Yeah.
Oh. When did the large magazine size format come in?
I don't.
That early on in there?
No, it was
run?
later. It was in the 60s. The big one is 1963.
Very cool. And
the small one was 59.
Wow, they had some ones from the 50s. Very cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, why don't you show another one? And then
Okay.
I'll
Another
I'll
from
do
the
a couple.
50s, which with I assume the first publication of Gordon R. Dixon's Dorsey.
Sweet. I haven't read any Dorsey. Have you read any of them?
No, but I've always wanted to. So
Well,
I'm
now
going
you
to
can
start
read it
with
in
this
one. And those kind of digest pulps are really pulp size are really easy to read and fun to read.
Yeah, and these are in decent condition.
They are.
Show some more of yours.
Okay, well, let's see. I have a couple of Frank Kane, Johnny Liddell, private eye detective novels. We have Johnny Come Lately. Got to get that
A little
close.
sexy.
And it's got that cool kind of other on the back side. They kind of did a reverse
cool
image of
thing they
most of
do.
it.
They pull out the key part of the image.
Yeah, and this is that Adele? What is that? Yeah, it's Adele, but it's not a map back, of course. And I got another one, Dead Right, R-I-T-E. I guess it's a play on the words Dead Right.
Right, and the last rites.
And this one just seems to take kind of a close-up image of the woman on the front, and then it has the PI, Johnny Liddell. And apparently this detective is a chain smoker, which bothers certain booktubers we were talking about earlier. But
Poor Jeff, he's trying to avoid pictures of scantily clad women, but they just keep appearing on his
isn't it
books.
funny how that turns out?
Okay, this is astounding. It's astounding from 1949.
Holy cow.
With an L. Sprague de Camp story on the cover.
How much did they want for that? Was that reasonably priced?
I think $4. Maybe it was $6. Some of them $6. This one was $6.
Well,
yeah.
it's
But
understandable because
reasonable.
it's 49.
That's reasonable.
That's
1940.
great.
That will be my oldest astounding at this point.
And did you see which story by L. Sprague de Camp was in there?
Queen of Zamba.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either, but sounds good. Sounds cool. Okay, I have David at Garage Geek. Hey, David, how you doing? Wish you were here.
David who?
David who?
We've been talking about David all
Yeah, we've
day
been talking
long.
to David about David a lot, but he sent me nicely. He got me a lot with several Dorothy L. Sayers books I didn't have, but I've read this one, Gaudy Night. This is one of the last, I think it's the next to last one, but I have a lot of them in this livery, and I decided to pick this up. They had, at first when I was first entered into the Tacoma Book Center, I was looking through the mystery section. I was very not impressed. I was like, oh, this is a bunch of modern stuff, nothing I'm looking for. And then I happened to turn around, and then I saw vintage mystery, and they had all the authors I was looking for pretty much.
Nice.
So that was really cool. Okay, some more astounding.
This is another really cool astounding cover from 1957. And the cover story is by Robert Randall. And if I'm not mistaken, Robert Randall was a pen name for Randall Garrett and Robert Silverberg writing together.
Oh, that makes sense.
And Randall Garrett was a popular writer who died, unfortunately, young. Here's one from 1958 with
that's a cool
Close
cover.
to Critical by Hal Clement.
Oh, wow. I have that in book form, but not in novel form.
Cool.
That is sweet. That cover is awesome. You said that was from 1958?
Yep, 1958. So
Very
presumably
cool.
the first publication of that.
Okay.
Some more of yours.
I should probably, because I don't want you to run out. I should.
No,
probably...
I have a lot more.
You're good? Okay.
A lot. I have, I think, more than you do.
Well, there's kind of a cottage industry of, after Miss Marple, of elderly spinster sleuths. And this is probably the most well-regarded one after Miss Marple. This is Patricia Wentworth, Poison in the Pen. This is a Miss Silver mystery. Miss Silver, I think, is a retired teacher. And these have a pretty good reputation. And I'm trying to get, I don't have any. I have a few on Kindle, but I don't have any in physical book form. So I was glad to get that. It's a Bantam. You want me to show another one? Okay.
Yeah.
And then
very cool
very
cover.
nice copy of,
Unusual.
again, I did a video on the Walker British Mysteries, and here's another John Creasy, again, writing as Anthony Morton, The Baron on Board.
Is that the British version?
Yes, I believe. No, this is the American version that published a lot of British mysteries. They were almost all British mysteries, and they all have this red livery.
I see.
And
That's nice.
I had reviewed one of these earlier this year, although I think it had a blue cover, but pretty cool. Again, there's a TV series, The Baron. No, other than the name, there's no real relation other than the character is an adventurer of sorts. Ooh, cool.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
not
a
familiar with this
Fantastic
one.
Universe, which is a more obscure pulp from 1958, I assume, because it has a date stamp that the original, probably bookseller, put on it.
Oh, where's the date stamp? I didn't catch that.
See right there, July 10th.
Well, at least it could be worse. It's not.
So
right down with the
at
pencil.
newsstands, some newsstands, I know this from comic books, would stamp a date on it so they could keep track of it for how long they would leave it on the stand.
Well, it's not that bad. It's not. It doesn't stand out so much that it ruins the cover.
And
Does that
this
bother
has
you?
it says a new novel, but I assume that actually means a novella by Damon Knight.
Sometimes they get whole novels in there.
And the last of these digests that I
Someone
got,
wrote the price.
January 1953. So somebody tried to sell it for 10 cents at some point.
That would be a deal.
And
That
it
looks
has
great.
a Poole Anderson story called The Unman.
That is a badass cover. Those are so cool. That you found those pretty much as you walked in the door, didn't you?
Right.
You walked right up
That
there
was
and
the
looked.
first thing I found was this stack of. It was very hard to choose because there were so many cool ones.
Also,
So I
they had quite a few more of them.
There's a lot more there.
And so these are the ones you cherry picked.
Yes.
Wow.
And I think I ran out of energy after a point. I don't think I even looked through all of them.
Yeah, because I had to take a bathroom break. There's no bathroom in this place, like a lot of big bookstores. Powell's, luckily, is the exception. But and I had to go way the hell away down the road to find a place in a little kind of market food court area. And 15 minutes later, I came back, and Damien was still happily digging through
15
those.
minutes, I hope.
It was 15.
50?
Yeah, 15.
Oh,
15.
okay, I misheard
yeah.
you.
I said, Damon, I'll be right back. And you're like, okay. You were busy looking at him. I came back,
I
and you
was
were
still
still
there.
looking at him. So that worked out
It was
well.
hard to choose.
Keeping in the, I guess, PI range, I picked up a couple of Brett Halliday, Mike Shane's. I got Murder Takes No Holiday. This cool kind of blue text block on the side there. Let's get a better picture.
And on the back it says "Out of the Nude."
Out of the Nude.
Again, this stuff is being forced on Jeff. He would never.
Yes, no,
pick
I would
it on
never
purpose.
normally get this. And this is a cool Dell one, a smaller, a rack size, I think they're
Yeah,
called.
I like that size.
This seems to be two novellas together, Dead Man's Diary and A Taste for Cognac. And it's got an interesting, are those flags?
So do you think Mike Shane started in pulps and then they were reprinting it in book form?
That's a good question. I'm not quite
Because
sure.
when you say novella, I immediately think of the pulps.
Yeah, because also they had a Mike Shane mystery magazine in that same digest
Oh,
format,
really?
but I think it came, because Mike Shane,
Oh, okay.
this
Kind of
one's-
like the Ellery Queen mystery magazine, maybe.
this one is in good shape, but it's a Dell mystery. I don't know when, apparently Dead Man's Diary, copyright 1945, A Taste for a Cognac 1944. So they must have been in pulps before. And then this is their paperback debut. But I really like these cool old style paperbacks. Mike Shane finds himself booked for a deadly double header. Nice.
And I got a Mike Shane too, Shoot
Oh.
to Kill.
Nice.
I just liked that cover. I really don't know much about Mike Shane, but since Jeff also likes Mike Shane, I figured it can't go too far wrong.
I've only read one, but I really enjoyed it. So it's
And
called.
I love that logo of the tough guy, Mike
Yeah.
Shane, at the top.
He's apparently redhead, hard hitting sort of guy.
And speaking of hard hitting, I decided
Oh, yeah.
I'm partially from the influence of Jeff, need to read some Mike Hammer, so I got one called One Lonely Night.
This I believe was from 51 or so. It was quite early in the.
But this must be a 70s
Yes,
copy.
yes, that is.
Yeah.
And if you want hard hitting, this is as hard hitting as they get.
Okay.
He is hit first and ask questions much later, sort of.
much
detective.
later.
Yes. Let's see. I'll just show these real quick because I used to read some of these when I was younger, but I've shown a few off in a recent book haul from Salem. But I got into Ellis Peters' Brother Cadfael medieval mysteries.
One
and
of my mom's favorites.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch in the same livery. So I got One Corpse Too Many. I don't know if your readers or your viewers are gonna be interested in any murder mystery stuff, but The Virgin in the Ice. I used to have a hardback of this. I don't know what I did to it or where it got to. The Devil's Novice. These are all out of order too. There's like 20 some in the series, and I show some art anyway. And The Raven and the Foregate, and these are in pretty good shape. So I was pretty pleased to get these. These 4 plus the other 4 I got earlier. I now have 8 to read, so pretty happy about that.
So continuing, another thing they had a lot of, which is silly because no one wants it, but I do, and I can't find it much in Portland, is a whole bunch of Perry Rhodan books. And so I also had to spend a lot of time looking on my phone trying to figure out which ones I already had.
Didn't have. Yeah, that's always a
There's
pain.
roughly about 119 or 118 Perry Rhodan books published in English.
Did you show it to your screen?
Oh, I might or might not have.
Just in case.
This one actually looks like a drawing and not a painting. Usually they have a painting on the cover.
Oh.
Usually the covers are like this one, SOS Spaceship Titan.
Oh, that's cool. I've always was very intrigued by this series.
The covers are the best part.
Yeah. Unfortunately, sometimes
they're
true in
very
a lot
bad
of...
translations, and I don't know if they were that great books to begin with.
Okay,
This
yeah.
one?
Okay. Let's see. I have another series that I've been getting into is the Judge D mysteries by Dutchman Robert Van Gulik.
Oh, I used to listen to those as books on tape. They were great.
Yeah, the one I read this year was really great. So this is the Red Pavilion. Again, I don't know if what number is. I think there's at least 13 or 15 of these, but it's got a pretty
certainly
cool
the first
cover.
one I ever read.
Oh, this one, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the first.
Judge D at Work. And again, this seems to be all from the same company and the same livery, more or less. What is that? It says Scribner Crime Classics and the Lacquer Screen. And there's a fair amount of sex in these, or sexual shenanigans involved in the crime. Anyway, I'm very pleased to get those.
Well, maybe I'll show the rest of the Perry Rhodan.
Sure.
So we got The Mystery of the Anti.
Okay.
I'll find out what that's about.
What's the back look like? Do they have the repeat of the same cover on those?
No.
I thought I saw some different art.
Usually they have a cover blurb, but this one
That
has
one has
like
some
a
art, yeah.
poster of Perry Rhodan.
That's really cool.
Perry Rhodan's supposed to be American. Because that's a typical American
yes,
name.
Rodin.
Perry Rhodan.
Yeah, we all know Rodin.
The Galactic Riddle by Clark Darlton.
Also, they credited an author.
They have multiple authors.
Okay.
They had like a team of authors.
But they'd actually let them have some credit. That's
Although
nice.
all of these seem to be Clark Darlton.
Well, that
there's
one's a kind
one.
of different livery. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's early. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This one's number 69, The Bonds of Eternity.
Yeah, you're right. That's just got a blurb on the back.
Yeah, so normally they just have this style blurb.
That's cool. Be curious if have any of your viewers talked about Perry Rhodan, that they've read any?
Some German viewers have told me they're not bad.
Oh, okay.
So it
In
might
their
just be the
original
translation.
German.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's.
So this one's by Kurt Marr.
I like that cover.
Number 61, Death Waits in Semi-Space.
I think something's lost in the translation there.
Yes.
Translation there.
And this one must be from an earlier iteration when they didn't have the same
like that
trade
one.
dress. Perry Rhodan, Peace, Lord of the Universe, Quest Through Space and Time, episode number 9.
It's got a bit more of an old style pulpy
yeah,
sort of
it's
cover.
even more old style
cool.
pulp. Yeah, I like that. Clark Darlton again.
Did you want to show on yours? Yeah,
I forgetting my own audience.
Don't want to do that. You still have some to show, right?
Yeah, I still have plenty to show.
Okay, good.
Probably about, I don't know, 10 more books.
I think I got a couple of Josephine Tay's. I've been doing these videos on the Queens of Golden Age detective fiction, and she's one that
Wasn't she kind of a runner-up to Agatha Christie at one point?
Well, she just wasn't nearly as prolific, but she's very good. And I have read some of hers, and I've read this one before, Miss Pym Disposes. This is really good. This is a school mystery where this spinster teacher lady thinks she's solving the crime, but she's actually completely wrong. And this one is not a detective novel so much as a kind of thriller suspense novel. Brat Farrar, or Ferrer probably is how they would pronounce it. And this was made, this appeared on Mystery, PBS's Mystery, in an English adaptation back in the 80s, and it's very good. It's about a guy who poses as a long lost missing brother, and what happens when he, he's part of this scheme to, I guess, get in family inheritance, but he starts to feel bad about it because he starts to really like the family. And there's his supposed twin brother immediately is suspicious of him for a reason. So why that brother is missing. Very interesting story.
And then again, I really prefer to get vintage paperbacks, but I've always wanted to read some Eric Ambler. So even though this looks 70s to me, The Siege of Villa Lip.
I think he's famous for The Mask of Demetrios. That's one of his
really?
titles.
Okay. I'll have to look for that if I like this.
It's got a cool 70s cover.
And then kind of a gimmick book.
I didn't see this one.
The last official Italian joke book.
I wonder why.
Which I plan to pass along to a certain friend of mine who loves to tell jokes about Italians. And some of you may know who that is.
Is he Italian himself?
He's married to an Italian woman.
Oh.
Or a woman of Italian heritage. You know who you are.
Well, I've done a video on my channel about John Dixon Carr, and I found a couple of books that I didn't have. Like, thanks to my list that I brought along, my handy dandy list, I have Till Death Do Us Part. This is a Dr. Gideon Fell book. And then I got one of the Carter Dixon ones, which they didn't have last time I was at this bookstore. This is a Sir Henry Merivale mystery, The Red Widow Murders.
That's a good title.
Yeah, it's got an interesting little cockatiel holding a card. I don't know what that's about.
Mysterious. Okay, well, although it was...
very cool.
Here's one more mystery thriller type of book that I got that I really know nothing about, but I like the title.
I think it's a spy espionage series.
James Dark is the writer, a Mark Hood thriller, Come Die With Me.
I'm thinking this might be a British series, a British author.
Okay.
Cashing in on the James Bond
On the back
craze.
it says Fortress of Death.
Yeah, I was looking at those too. They look very cool.
And I got an A.E. Van Vogt, I never know how to pronounce his name. A.E. Van Vogt book, The Mind Cage.
I've never heard of this one. He was
Van Vogt was a sort of pillar of the golden age of science fiction, and then he came back after he left Scientology at some point.
Oh, was he in Scientology?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That's why he disappeared for a time.
Oh, they were against him.
He was one of the early priests of Scientology. I know they're not priests, but whatever they are.
He was must have been friends with L. Ron Hubbard then.
Yes. Well, L. Ron Hubbard was also a golden age science fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, L. Ron Hubbard and the editor of Astounding/Analog were best friends for a while, and may have even swapped wives.
Okay. Wow.
High times.
Scandals of classic science fiction.
And speaking of high, Philip E. High, The Prodigal Son. So I was able to scrape a few of these more
Is that
vintage.
an ace science fiction?
It's an ace science fiction.
Nice. I've never heard of E. High.
I have come across him a few times in ace doubles.
Yeah. I think I saw a couple ace doubles there. Not too much, though.
I grabbed one of them, one out of the two that I could find.
Okay, I'll finish with the last that I got at the Tacoma Book Center, and I'll finish up later with my half-price books mini haul. But I like, and again, you can see lots of classic mystery. This is Edmund Crispin. This is a Gervase Fenn mystery, but I love this cover and livery.
That's an unusual painting style.
Holy Orders. I have a swan song and another one or two in this livery. So That must be Avon.
Holy Disorders, I think.
Yeah, sorry. Did I say Holy Orders? Holy Disorders. Thank you.
Maybe
for
it's
that.
a comedy?
Well, there's a good sense of wind about them, but I think they're definitely serious enough murder mysteries to a point. And Michael Gavon talked about these editions, so I found number 1 by French Stryker. Speaking of serious, The Lone Ranger. Hi-yo, silver away! This is just The Lone Ranger. It's number 1.
It's the key issue.
So I think they did some of these tied into the movie in 1981, The Legend of the Lone Ranger. I think that's what Michael had said. But this says it's copyright 1936 by the Lone Ranger
maybe
Inc.
they reprinted them in 1981.
This came out in 75.
So nothing to do with the movie.
Maybe not. I guess there were some later ones that might have been spun off.
Was there a Lone Ranger TV show? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was very successful.
I seem to remember seeing
it with
it
Clayton
as a
Moore
kid.
first. Yeah, and Jay Silverheels as Tonto.
Okay, this is my ace double. Philip Jose Farmer
the Mad
ace double.
Goblin.
The Mad Goblin
And Lord of the Trees?
Lord of the Trees.
Yes, he gets
So this one is the naughty spoof of Doc Savage, and this is the spoof of Tarzan. Whoops,
Mad Goblin's not too naughty, if I recall. But
okay.
It's the Savage. It's a Feast Unknown.
Feast
that's
Unknown
the one
has
that's
the same
really,
characters. Right, that's why I thought it was
really
naughty.
nasty. Yeah. Oh, you got a blade.
And yeah, there were several blades. I thought I bought 2, but I guess I only bought 1. And I really love the Ken Kelly cover.
The Ken Kelly covers are awesome.
Yeah, and
some of the other covers are a little questionable.
Some of them are really bad. And
yeah, some of
really
them are
good.
pretty funny.
So, and I read these as a kid, not this particular one, and I thought they were bad even as a kid.
Oh.
So they're probably really bad. But I still enjoy the covers.
But the concept is really cool.
The concept is very cool. Yeah, he's basically like James Bond crossed with Conan.
Yeah, going into these other worlds and fighting beastmen.
It should be good.
Yeah, it should be good. Well, then we had lunch at Five Guys, as Damien had mentioned, and then there was right across the parking lot was the half-price books at the Tacoma Mall there, and they had some pretty good prices, and it was a pretty big store.
Pretty big store, pretty well stocked.
I think we could have got a lot there too, but at that point, Damien especially thought he had spent enough money probably for the day, and I had to really.
My bag was completely full.
There was no more
overflowing.
Room. That was the reason. So I have a couple of this series already. I have, I guess, Half Price Books put the sticker in the stupidest place.
That's annoying. I wonder how easily that sticker will come off.
Yeah, apparently not easy. Yeah. But I did find out these were the second and the third. I have the first and the fourth, I think, already in my collection. So, just from the past, it's this kind of, I guess, maybe a kind of Burroughsian-inspired kind of interplanetary fantasy.
Oh, really? What's it?
The series is. What is this?
Oh,
series?
Randall Garrett's one of them.
Yeah, Randall Garrett and Vicky Ann
Speaking of Randall
Hadron.
Garrett,
I don't know what this is. The
co-author
Gandalara Cycle.
Huh.
So this
I
one
never
is.
heard of these.
And they have these cool covers. I don't know who does the cover. Look at that. The cat has scratched his face. He has these cat pals, and
that style looks familiar. Can I look at?
Yeah, you
this
bet.
one
Maybe you can find out who the
one?
artist is. And this is the third one. So I got the second and third. I think I have the first and the fourth. They had almost the whole series there for, as you can see, very good prices, $2.99. And
nothing about the painter though.
I hate when they don't.
They only
anybody.
occasionally credit.
Bantam is not very
artists.
good about that. This is the Bronze of Edarta, and that one is the Glass of Dice Cornis or something. Anyway,
second
cool.
in a rousing science fiction adventure series.
You know, Randall Garrett is reliable.
I wonder who
author,
Vicky Ann Hedron is. Maybe his wife.
Maybe his wife. I don't know. Yeah, there's the coming in 1984, The Well of Darkness. So I have the fourth one, and I have the Steel of Wraithscar, the first one. So I have the first 4 out of at least 6, I think.
No, he says he's married to Tracy E. Blackstone.
Oh, okay. Does it say who
Vicky
she
Hendron
is?
is a newcomer to the field, and they met through their mutual agent.
Okay. Entertaining and well-paced, full of swordplay and giant cats. Well, can't go wrong with that. Did you have more?
I have 2 more.
Okay.
From James Blish, speaking of James Blish.
Oh, yeah.
I got an early pulp by him, it looks like. It's
What is it
called
called?
Titan's Daughter.
Oh, cool.
And it's about a woman who's 8 feet tall.
Okay.
Now, whether there's actual science fiction in here or not, I'm not sure.
She looks a lot more taller than 8 feet, but...
Yeah, she looks a lot
and
taller
she
than
could put
8
some clothes
feet.
on, maybe. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yes, he's constantly telling women to put their clothes on.
See, I'm a regular stand-up guy.
And I love Philip Jose Farmer, or a lot of his books, but I've never heard of this one, Night of Light.
No. He's kind of one of the, what do they call it, the new wave, right? Where he was kind of pushing the edge of what was
Yeah, he
once
was
taboo.
kind of part of that for a while, but he's sort of moved around to all different areas.
I know him mostly through his book about Doc Savage,
Right.
His Apocalyptic Life. That's a really, really good book. And okay, I'll just finish up with
The final three.
yeah, I think one of the things I wanted to find this trip was some of this John Grimes series. There's like 33 books or
Yes,
something by A. Bertram
huge
Chandler.
amount.
And boy, I'd like to get rid of that, but I want to do it.
And he's like, they say he's like Horatio Hornblower in
That's
space.
exactly, what the other one on my, so I got 4 of them here, mostly DAW ones, and this is a DAW as well that they had for $1.99. This is the big black mark. It's not as in good a shape as the others I got, but I wasn't going to pass it up. Now I have 5 of these, probably way out of order, but I want to check them out because I've heard good things about them. And some more Simac that I didn't have, Clifford D. Simac. I have, why do they put these right on the cover? Look at that.
It's very annoying.
So the prices are good and the selection was good, but that's dumb. Destiny Doll. I believe this is one of the later Simac books. And then we have Project Pope. This one was $1.38.
Yeah.
It's an odd
They're
price.
both alliterative.
Yeah, Project Pope and Destiny
Destiny
Doll. Yeah. This one is a Del Rey, and it looks like barely red. It looks in pretty
Wow.
good shape.
Yeah.
But $1.38, maybe because it's a little faded inside. I don't know. Anyway, that concludes.
Or maybe they go by how fast it sells and they reduce
That's
the price.
possible.
if it doesn't
Yeah,
sell.
that's true. The return of
But who
Simac's
knows?
favorite themes in a thoughtful, gentle, delightfully original treatment, thoroughly enjoyable. Okay, works for me.
Yeah, he's a great author. So this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is great.
The best part was just chatting with Jeff, but it was also great to go to this incredible bookstore.
And I managed not to kill us on the ride there and back.
Right. Well, now I have to drive back to Portland. Hopefully I'll be alive when I get there.
I'm sure you will.
That's my prayer.
Anyway, it was great to meet you,
yeah, great to
Damien.
hang
Thanks for sharing today with me. That was so much fun. And we'll have to do it again next time I get back to the States.
Yeah.
Or you have to come to Japan.
I'm planning to come to Japan.
We
as
have
soon as
a room
possible.
ready for you as soon as you come over. I won't be able to show you to many good bookstores, unfortunately, but I can show you lots of good sushi restaurants.
Lots of good sushi. I love sushi.
Anyway, thanks everyone for
And
watching.
manga, I bet.
A manga,
Well,
yeah. You
I won't be able to
manga.
read it.
Yeah, that's true. They have some in English, but not a lot. All right, thanks everyone.
Okay,
This was
bye-bye,
very fun.
everyone.
Take care. See you again.
Read lots of books.
Yes.